A college student found a quiet place to study, not knowing that would be the place she'd take her last breath. 19-year-old Virginia Olson was stabbed to death in 1973 just on the edge of the campus of UNC Asheville. No one has ever been charged in her death. But now, more than 52 years later, two brothers and authors believe they know who's responsible. Tonight in WBTV True Crime Carolinas, what they claim happened and why investigators say they're still not giving up on this case.
He came to me one day and said, "Hey, I've got this case from UNC Asheville."
A conversation between two brothers, one a former police officer.
The victim's name is Virginia Olson.
Rekindles a decades-old murder case.
He asked me if I would either write, an article with him, help him do some research, and then he gave the caveat of, well, maybe it'll turn into a book.
And it did. That book, titled A Murder on Campus.
I didn't have any connection to her at all, and I feel like now it becomes almost a part of you.
Cameron Santana and his brother Brian dug deep into Virginia Marie Olson's murder for more than a year.
She was someone that was extremely intelligent. Some of her friends always described her as being kind of quirky. No one ever had a harsh word about her.
The 19-year-old drama major's murder has left investigators stumped for 5 decades.
Any unsolved homicide, it's still, to a degree, open. Virginia Olson's case is more open than most.
Asheville Police Captain Joseph Silberman has been working on this case for years, as has Kevin Taylor, a former detective who now works on cold cases part-time.
It pains us that we haven't been able to solve it. We're going to continue to work towards that ultimate goal.
On Sunday, April 15, 1973, Olson left her dorm room to go study for her Spanish exam at the Botanical Gardens.
And she noticed that it was really crowded that day. And so she decided to take a trail to a more secluded spot.
That secluded spot at the time, a large rock on a hillside near the Botanical Gardens across W.T. Weaver Boulevard.
At that time, just a large wooded tract of land, and there's a lot of trails up there, and it was just a pretty common area for students and locals to go and just kind of hang out.
Santana and the police placed Olson at her study spot around 1:00 p.m. 2 hours later, two teenagers found her dead.
They just stumbled upon Virginia's body as she was laying there in the woods. She had been assaulted pretty seriously with a knife.
Olson was stabbed in the heart, throat slashed, bound and gagged by cloth ripped from her own shirt, and raped. Do we believe the killer knew her, or was this a random act?
I don't think we can comment on that at this point.
The knife used to kill Olson has never been found. Despite that missing piece, investigators say they have a lot of evidence.
We've got a tremendous amount of evidence from the case yet. I think it's safe to say we've got some DNA evidence. I can't go into specifics about where it's collected from or that sort of thing.
She was 19.
Just 19 years old. Wonder what she'd be doing today. The Santana brothers believe one crucial piece of evidence is missing: a sperm sample taken during Olson's autopsy a few hours after her death. Santana said sources told him it doesn't exist.
That's what's mind-blowing to me.
And without it, the case may never be solved.
DNA is an important clue, but the results of it don't tell you what happened. They just help you put that together.
There's two parts to it. It's the quantity of it and the quality of it. And if you don't have both in your favor, then it makes it challenging.
Investigators say they're still working to develop a person of interest in this case. Do you think this case is connected to any other cases?
I can't say we think it is. I can say that we consider every possibility.
The Santana brothers have explored possible connections. Their research led them to two men who are now dead.
I believe that John Rivas Jr. is one that murdered Virginia Olson, and I believe that James Gore is morally responsible for being at the scene with them.
Santana believes Rivas was spotted on the rock with Olson. Then after the murder, he paid a visit to his neighbor.
This is right after the murder, and according to the search warrant, he knocks on the door and says, "I need you to pray with me."
Now, what's not in the book or in the search warrant is the condition of his clothing or if he said anything else. Cameron Santana says a former investigator on the case read his book and wanted to share more about what happened.
He said that when John Rivas Jr. showed up at that door, he was bloody, and he actually left a blood handprint on the wall, and that Judy Needles called 911, but the police didn't show up till 3 days later, and she had already cleaned it up.
Santana also believes Rivas and Gore were involved because of something the initial investigator said in the search warrant.
Gore claims that he was in the gardens when he saw Virginia on the rock. Charles Chambers says that there's no way that he can be at that location and be able to see her. In my eyes, that means that he was not in those gardens. He was on that trail or on that rock.
Santana says Rivas never confessed to killing Olson.
You know, he's essentially gotten away with this.
Former Detective Kevin Taylor told me investigators continue to follow up on any tips that come in about Olson's murder. He said he continues to submit evidence to the state crime lab and is waiting for results. And Asheville police are still actively investigating this case. And they ask that anyone who might know anything, no matter how insignificant you may think, please call police at 828-252-1110.